found this gnarly looking piece of mesquite in my wood pile, and I thought, that's pretty cool. So I'm going to attempt to turn a small box out of this. Yeah, it's got some cracks in it, but I mean, it's rock hard and bone dry. It's been out there for years. So let's get over to the lathe and see what kind of mischief we can cause. I'm not liking the shadow I'm getting from this. It's going to be way too thin. Some pretty wood though. It goes in way too far right there. I think I'll come up about a ½ inch and see what that does. Look how red that mesquite is. It is well aged. It's going to be gorgeous. Some of this I'm probably going to end up leaving, and that's okay. All right, let me go adjust. Part of the problem is that this thing, it walked on me down here on the biting end, and it may again. That's much better. I need to sharpen. Down until I get rid of that. I'm not worried about that. I'm really not too worried about this. So much feeder. The grain's going so many directions. I've got tear out. It really doesn't matter which way I cut. I don't care about that. That doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother me. This doesn't bother me. I kind of like it. I still want to try to get rid of that though. That'll be my tenon on this end. Sure is some pretty wood. Okay, I think it's time to turn the dust collector on and sand this up before we part it off. Actually, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to fill that with black sea. Anyway, when I get it all filled and ready to sand, I'll come back and show you what that's going to look like. Okay, got it all sanded up. Got one coat of sanding sealer on it. Now I'm going to part this off. I'm going to part it most of the way and then I'll saw it off because I don't want to fling it across the shop. far as I dare go. And just because this Mesquite is so hard, and it is, I'm going to cheat. Wow. Is it ever? And it's end grain too, which doesn't help much. This is going to take a little while because I'm only going to go up 2 bit sizes each time. Because this stuff is just so hard. Alright, I'm going to do the rest of that with my hollower. I don't need to go that deep with this. I just want this opening to be big enough to get my elbow tool in, and it is. Because of this, I can't go terribly thin, so the inside wall will be a little thicker than I normally leave it. And I will come back tomorrow and we'll smooth this up and hollow this out. But for now, I'm going to CA that crack so it doesn't get worse. I've got it sealed back here, but I want it sealed up here too. And I'm using Starbond medium thick. Click the link in the description below, Starbond Premium Superglues. You click on that link in the description, you get a 20% discount off your order. No code to enter, just click on the link. And I'll come back tomorrow, we'll finish hollowing this out. Time to start hollowing this little jewel out. I gotta tell you, this is kind of nerve-wracking when you don't know how deep you're getting. Whew. I don't dare go any thicker unless I want a hole in this. I don't want no holes. Before I get any farther though, this crack goes all the way through and it goes down quite a ways. So I'm gonna put some brown CA in there. And when that's all cured up, I'll come back and we'll continue. Oh, I got my head in the camera a while ago, didn't I? The bottom looks pretty good. Got a ridge right in there. Still have a ridge right in there. That's because I'm going to be able to get it I got it all sanded on the inside to 150. I'm applying the second coat of sanding sealer now. I'll let this dry for a little while, and then I'm going to hit the outside of this with Axe, I think. If I didn't have this natural edge bark here, I would gloss this. I'd use a gloss finish, but that would take away from the effect of the bark, and I think the Howard Feeding Wax will actually accent it. Let me show you what I'm talking about. And I'll come out here and hit this out here with Axe Abrasive Paste as well. Then what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe all of it off, clean it off good with denatured alcohol, because I don't want this glossy. See how pretty this is with it glossy? If it was like that all the way around, it'd be gorgeous. But this won't look good glossy. And it won't look good with this dull and this glossy. So what I'm going to do is use Axe on it to smooth it up a little bit more, and then clean it all off real good with denatured alcohol, and then finish this with Axe Abrasive Paste, not Axe. And I'll finish it with Howard Feeding Wax, because it'll give this just enough sheen and it'll give this some protection. So that's what I'm going to do. Like I said, time for the Axe Abrasive Paste. And it's a little bit tight on the bottom. So I'm going to work it in with this Scotch Brite pad a little bit. And now with the paper towel, okay, now we'll bump the speed up a little bit and let it really do its thing. Yeah, it came back clean. And it's pretty, it really is. But then again, that doesn't go with the sheen, I don't think. In my opinion, it's just a little too shiny. So I'm going to cut that wax back, not inside, I'm going to leave it inside like it is. But I'm going to cut this wax back with denatured alcohol here on the outside. Now, see, that's a more natural luster. And I'll give that a few minutes to evaporate really well, and I will come back and we'll apply the Howard's Feeding Wax. I am going to coat this really well with Howard's Feeding Wax. Get in all the crooks and nannies. Now, I'll let this sit and soak in for 20 minutes, like the bottle says to do, and then we'll buff it off. Wow, this didn't soak in a whole lot. This Mesquite is just really dense and hard, and I love working with it. That's just the natural luster. I guess I'm just going to live with it. Alright, this is the top. I'm going to reshape the top some. I'm going to have to hollow this out so it'll sit on it, but I want to take this shape in some as well. I'm not going to be able to take it in much. So right now I'm going to take this out of the chuck and I'll chuck up the top. I am going to hollow this out some and do some decoration in here as well. I want to define where this is going to sit on the box. So I'm going to work on that now. Wow. Once I sand it, what this will do. Got some nice little designs. Now I use my point tool. I'm going to put one right there, one right there, and one right there. I'm going to take this lid in just a little. Alright, time for sanding. Okay, this is going to sand up pretty nice, so I'll come back when I get through. So the lid's done except for shaping the top. This is finished now. It matches, so these look good together. And so now what I got to do is axe out here where I sanded it up, and then I'll strip the wax off again with alcohol and put a final coat of Howard's feeding wax on, and then I can turn it around. Now I'll strip the wax off again, let that dry for a few minutes, and I'll come back and put some feeding wax on it, and then we can work on cleaning up the bottom and cleaning up the top of the lid. Okay, now I'm going to leave this on here for the time being, and I'm going to work the top of this shape in. I'll have to finish it off of here in a chuck, but I can get a lot of this done without putting much pressure on that lid. It's pretty thin in there. I quite like that. I'm liking the shape of this lid the way it's coming, so I think I'm going to leave it like that. I don't like the tear out right there, so I'm going to have to sand dickens out of it. Do like that lid, but that's pretty. Stupid me. I wasn't recording. Anyway, I put it in my cold gauze, worked this down toward the headstock, smoothed it up with the scraper. Now it's time to sand. Okay, after I let this shellac dry a few minutes, I'll hit this with some axe. I'm so close to being done with this, but it's late in the day, and I've still got to do the bottom, so I'm probably going to finish this tomorrow. I'm going to get the axe on it. Alright, now I will, oh yeah, that came out nice. Clean the wax off with alcohol. I don't know why I'm cleaning the wax off with alcohol. I'm just using Howard's feeding wax. Yeah, I do know why. I'm trying to keep it not so glossy. Alright, got the Howard feeding wax on it. Wait about 20 minutes, bust that off, and then we'll call it a day. Okay, we'll bust this off. So here's the lid done. I'm leaving the natural cracks because I like them. Okay, let's do this. Gotta be a better way. unsupperglued the crack that was there, but it is fixable. It opened this crack a little bit when it fell. I can feel it. So I'm going to CA it back inside and seal it back up. When I get all that taken care of, I'll come back. Okay, I've still got to be gentle, but we'll see if we can get this done. Okay, got the sanding sealer on there. I'll hit it with some Howard feeding wax in a few minutes after I make sure that's dry. And I'm going to reseal these cracks and then refinish the outside of this. Okay, everything's sealed. I'm going to start with 180. Okay, let this sit on there for about 20 minutes. I'll come back and bump it out, and we're done. Okay. It's not quite as shiny as it was this time, and it was because I didn't use the axe. Apparently, I didn't get quite all of the wax off with the denatured alcohol, so it stayed a little shinier, but I actually like this better. Buffed out the inside, looks pretty good. Not perfect, but logo in the bottom. So here's my Mesquite box, just out of a piece of firewood, really. I left some natural parts in it because I didn't want to make it too small, and it just adds character, I think. All in all, I really like it. Friction fit for the lid. Some texturing and embellishment with some Hampshire Sheen Gold embellishing wax. All in all, I really like it, and I like the fit of the lid. There's no knob, but this is angled such that you should be able to get it off easily enough. I just really didn't want to make it any much looser. I just really didn't want to make it any looser. Like I said, logo burned in the bottom. Looks pretty good. I like it. Just a piece of firewood into a beautiful box.